Hare Krishna. So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Manual of Life. So we were discussing about this session, the unity in diversity. Although there are many varieties of religious systems have been given to us in human society, but still the principles are one and the same. See, in our previous sessions, we understood why there are so many different kinds of religion, what need is there, because different people have different level of understanding, different level of spiritual status. So from their level or standard of spiritual life, uh, these different kinds of religious system has been given to them so that they may gradually progress and come to the complete love for the Supreme Lord, love of God. And because of different religious system, there is different understanding about God also is there. Different understanding means same God, but the truth about God, or facts, you can say facts about God, is given in some of the religious system. Only partial understanding is there, and in our Sanatan Dharma also, there are some texts, some scriptures which give only partial understanding, but there are scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, which gives a full understanding of God, personality of God. So this we discuss. Now, the third aspect of this session is about Srila Prabhupada, the ambassador from the spiritual world, who presented the teachings of religion, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, based on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, in perfect manner. And the understanding or conception of religion or God which he gave was complete and perfect. There is nothing which which is not known to the followers of Sanatan Dharma. And Srila Prabhupada represents that Sanatan Dharma, where everything about God, means his name, his form, his activities, his purpose, everything is very beautifully explained. And he came to give this wonderful knowledge to the people of this earth. And that's why he is known as ambassador from the spiritual world. So we'll discuss about him. So you are able to hear the voice?
India's profound culture, filled with penetrating
Sound is
answers
coming?
to
Yes. You're able to hear sound?
man's deepest questions, has long guided thought in the Eastern and Western world. Ancient philosophers like Pythagoras, medieval thinkers like Voltaire, modern scientists like Schrödinger, Heisenberg, and messengers such as Swami Vivekananda accepted Indian philosophy for guidance and inspiration. Yet the purpose of this culture remained unknown, hidden in the hearts of India's greatest mystics. Thus, 50 years ago, in 1965, this rarefied essence was carried by a compassionate 70-year-old saint, Srila Prabhupada, to the shores of the Western world. Embarking on this difficult transatlantic voyage, experiencing 2 heart attacks on his 38 days aboard.
The pain was so severe. I was attacked by heart attack while on the sea twice.
This embodiment of India's sacred teachings set out alone with an impossible wish to spark a revolution of the individual heart, to fill it with purpose in a world of uncertainty, with joy in times of difficulty on an international scale. This gift was the teachings of Bhagavad Gita as it has been practiced for millennia, as it is, along with its original Vedic Krishna conscious culture. By his character and his compassion, Srila Prabhupada's systematic and scientific presentation of Krishna consciousness penetrated the very hearts of all those who heard him.
In America, in September 1965, my mission is to preach the philosophy of Lord Chaitanya, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
And within a mere 3 years of his arrival, a genuinely international society, ISKCON, manifested, globally inspiring teachings of Indian A. Arts, such as painting, music, instruments, and exhibitions. B. Books, particularly his magnum opus, the literary and intellectual jewel, Srimad Bhagavatam. C. Cuisine, the entire suite of exotic Indian vegetarian preparations, mastered by generations of cooks and enthusiastically embraced by boys and girls over the standard cow flesh, alcohol, drugs, coffee, tea, and even the onion and garlic. D. Dressing, men with dhoti kurta, women in saris, all with tilak. E. Etiquettes, respect to elders, the saintly, and to God. F. Following the cultural pathway, Sanskriti, for example, introducing the sanctity of Vedic marriage with all its duty and its commitment. G. A God-centric program establishing a personal relationship with the Lord in the form of exquisite deity worship, performed communally with kirtan, distribution of Mahaprasad, and worship. H. A healthy lifestyle with regulation such as rising early in the morning and pure habits such as bathing upon rising. I. Indian ethics, establishing the value from scriptures such as Ramayana and Mahabharata of a life filled with perseverance, tolerance, and humility over personal appearance, education, and wealth. J. Jolly dancing in kirtans to worship the Lord. Srila Prabhupada's teachings were centered on the essence of India's wisdom, that the constant chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, or as he called it, the great chant for deliverance, was capable of revolutionizing the world.
If you kindly become Krishna conscious and chant and dance in ecstasy, emotional love of God, the whole world will follow you and it will be Vaikuntha, there will be no more trouble. Thank you very much.
His gifts to India included 3 major centers of culture and education in 1. Bombay, the economic capital of India. 2. Vrindavan, India's foremost place of worship. And 3. Sriram Mayapur, ISKCON's international headquarters. Srila Prabhupada's unprecedented achievements have created an imperishable legacy. Their magnitude is understood only in terms of how the world has changed since his arrival on Western shores. Indians are now valued not only for their technical competence, but also for their character, their holistic culture, and their loving devotion to the Lord. Today, his students form a body of world-class spiritual leaders to carry on Srila Prabhupada's mission of compassion. Truly, India has regained its position as a genuine beacon of light for the entire world, for generations to come, especially with the construction of the Temple of Vedic Planetarium.
So In this way, Srila Prabhupada, 1965, at the age of 70, he went to New York and he started preaching devotion to Krishna based on Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And from there, he traveled all over the world and preached all over the world the sublime message of Krishna consciousness. And in this way, many millions of people, they got to know the true understanding of God, not just the understanding of God, but practical aspect of loving God and loving and serving God he gave. And because it was practical and it was already there within the heart of every living entity, because every living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. So as soon as they came in contact with such divine transcendental knowledge, people accepted and they became devotees of Krishna. So that is the great contribution of Srila Prabhupada. So with this, we end this session. So now we have completed our basic sessions, 8 basic sessions on Bhagavad Gita. So from tomorrow onwards, we'll start Bhagavad Gita as it is. First, we'll discuss uh, glories of Bhagavad Gita from Gita Mahatmya, and then we'll proceed ahead with verse by verse understanding of Bhagavad Gita. So in this session, this is the summary of this session. Why there are many religions, and what is the difference between Sanatana Dharma and other religions. We understood that other religions are just subset of Sanatana Dharma. Everything is there in Sanatana Dharma, and some part of the understanding of religion has been given in other religious system, so that people they may follow up to that much standard and can gradually progress towards true complete understanding of Godhead. So understanding about God also we discussed, and finally we discussed how Srila Prabhupada, the ambassador, he is the ambassador from the spiritual world, who gave the true and perfect and complete understanding about God, and also the true and perfect method of worshipping and loving and serving the Supreme Lord. So in this way, we'll end here. Thank you very much. So we have time, almost 20 minutes we have. So I would like to request you that in last so many sessions, whatever questions, if you have got, so you can ask. Yes, Ankita Mataji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Guruji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, as in news and in general life, we are observing that there is a fight going on between basically two main religions. So these all fights are also because of the what we can say foolishness or no knowledge about the actual knowledge what we are studying in the class right now. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
this is
Dandavat.
people fight with each other because of difference in religion, because they are unable to see the principles behind the religion. They are only superficially seeing the differences between different kinds of religion. But if anyone who is in actual knowledge, so he will understand that the principles of each and every religion is one and the same. Principle is the same. Every religion, they teach us that there is God. We are not independent. We are subordinate to God, and our duty is to obey God's laws. Every religion they teach like this. So these are the principles. So if people understand, so people they fight because of differences in religion. But anyone who is having true understanding about the principles of religion, then they will not fight. They will understand that the principles behind all the religion is one and the same, to surrender to God. But different people, they have different level of understanding, and they have different standard. So that's why they have been given different types of religious practices, so that they may uplift from their consciousness and can come to the perfect understanding of God. That's why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is one of the greatest acharya in our Gaudi Sampradaya, father of Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. So he studied practically all the religion. So he gave this conclusion that principles behind all the religion is same, but depending upon the standard or level of the consciousness, the Supreme Lord Krishna, he has manifested himself to different kinds of people. So if anyone, if they follow their religious system principles very sincerely, honestly, then they will make progress towards Supreme Lord, and one day they will come to the understanding that Krishna is the Supreme God. They can come to this understanding. That's why when Prabhupada went to US, and not only US, he went to Europe, America, Russia, Australia, everywhere he went. And he simply presented Krishna as it is from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. And people could understand his logic and presentation. And those who were already means they reached the platform of proper understanding. So they could understand Krishna consciousness and they became devotees. It was not artificial imposition. It's not that Srila Prabhupada gave them some artificial thing, chanting of Hare Krishna, and they were forced to accept. No, Prabhupada had no money to bribe them, and Prabhupada he did not even have anything to means forcefully give the force these teachings of Krishna consciousness. He was he was having no money, no assistance, no power, nothing. But he simply went and presented in pure form. He presented Krishna as it is. And those who already reached to the level of certain level of understanding of God, they could appreciate and they could accept and they could progress